Hello everyone. I would like to thank the organizing committee for the opportunity to present part of my research in this conference. Today we'll speak about museum theatre and how its digital transition can enhance inclusivity and dialogue. But first, let's clarify what museum theatre is. Museum theatre, also known as costumed interpretation, live interpretation, living history, and first-person interpretation, is an interpretive strategy, a learning method, a form of public history and applied theatre developed in the context of heritage interpretation. A museum theatre performer assumes the role of a particular character in a particular circumstance in order to help visitors appreciate and understand the story at hand and through this some aspect of the host museum or site. For this encounter, either the character has moved forward through time to the audience's present, or the audience has travelled back to the past and joined the character in its assumed time. Museum theatre originated at Skansen, Sweden, the world's first open-air living history museum in the late 19th century. Informed by the developments in the field of museology since the mid-20th century, museum theatre was used to reveal deeper meanings and connections beyond mere facts. Today, it is a core strategy in many museums, historic homes and heritage sites worldwide, and can be tailored for specific visitor groups or the general public. Empirical data regarding physical spaces have shown that museum theatre can create a dialogical space in the museum and employ participatory practices, support museums in incorporating diverse voices and address complex social issues. It is inherently multimodal. It helps visitors draw connections between exhibits and their own experiences, as well as contemporary issues, making historical subjects more relatable and meaningful. It encourages historical thinking. It provides opportunities for interactive engagement and collaborative meaning-making through audience participation. It gives voice to marginalized communities and effectively engages visitors with difficult topics, leaving a lasting impact. But mainly museum theatre serves an essential function in conveying the intangible human remains of past societies, such as behaviors, attitudes and social norms within their specific historical, social and economic contexts. By shifting the focus from an object's intrinsic value to its broader cultural significance, it offers a multi-level contextualization that draws on intellectual, emotional, social, political, spiritual and aesthetic dimensions. In this way, it reframes objects and addresses the challenges of decontextualization by situating them within a framework of contrasting values and narratives. Museum theatre is now transitioning to the digital realm. Still, the question remains, can it be equally effective in promoting dialogue and inclusion? The museum theatre's transition to the digital realm manifests through various forms, and I will present here some examples of the most popular ones, including VR and AR experiences, interactive digital platforms, online live programming, and social media videos on platforms like TikTok. These narratives are often brought to life by actors, avatars of digital humans, characters designed with realistic human-like appearances. The narratives can follow linear or non-linear paths, with content either pre-scripted by designers or dynamically generated by artificial intelligence. Some experiences are live, allowing real-time interaction, while others are asynchronous, offering flexible engagement. First-person interpretation in VR can establish a strong personal connection to historical figures. For example, this VR experience, called Meeting Rembrandt, features a live actor playing Rembrandt, set against computer-generated environments that recreate his home and surroundings in 17th century Amsterdam. Using archival documents and artifacts, the production enables users to explore his house, interact with his studio, and even pose as models. It is accessible without additional sensors or controllers, and has received praise for its ability to make history tangible and relatable. During the evaluation of the experience, users highlighted the realistic atmosphere and the personal connection fostered by this carefully crafted environment. They also emphasize the emotional impact of such experiences. For many, The experience evoked a sense of time travel and close personal connection to the artist, while it was praised for making complex subjects accessible and engaging. These results are similar to research data from the evaluation of museum theatre in physical spaces. Augmented reality enhances real-world settings by overlaying digital elements onto physical environments, adding layers of historical narratives. In 2015, at the Hart-Clout Mansion in New York, an AR project allows visitors to play the role of a new servant in the Hart-Clout house during the 1850s. The servant is working on a first day of trial employment and has to execute specific tasks. Also, the England's Historic Cities app uses AR across 12 historical sites, featuring characters like Shakespeare as guides. Although current AR applications in this setting tend to focus on well-known figures, they highlight the potential for incorporating a wide range of voices, including marginalized perspectives. Interactive digital platforms and mobile applications also serve as versatile tools for delivering first-person narratives. An example of such a mobile application, Rev Athens, recreates aspects of the Athenian life during the Greek Revolution of 1821, allowing users to meet historical characters in the form of avatars. Users can explore revolutionary Athens from the perspectives of real and imaginary historical figures, enhancing the learning experience by highlighting marginalized voices and alternative narratives. Evaluation results revealed a high appreciation of the app's dialogues and dramaturgy that brought to the surface aspects of the everyday life of the era that are not included in the usual official narratives. Most participants indicated that the app provided a deeper understanding of historical events, particularly around interpersonal dynamics and the cultural diversity of the time. The app included elements of multilingual storytelling, which reinforced a holistic view of Greek identity and social relations. The study found that participants valued the diverse representation of historical experiences, yet some felt the need for deeper exploration of women's roles and other marginalized perspectives during the revolution. TikTok offers short videos and has become a popular platform for engaging younger users. Two notable examples are the National Archives of the UK and the Black Country Living Museum, also in the UK, both of which use TikTok to bring history to life through short, engaging videos that draws on first-person storytelling. Both initiatives are attracting millions of views and sparking dialogue among users. The National Archives of the UK shares stories from Britain's historical records, often bringing historical figures to life in a relatable and humorous manner. These short, first-person videos allow viewers to experience historical events as if they were hearing directly from the people involved. By presenting these stories through TikTok, the National Archives captures the attention of younger audiences who are drawn into history in a personal and relatable way, making it feel vivid and immediate. The Black Country Living Museum has also gained significant popularity on TikTok, with a total of 1.2 million followers in November 2024, by creating first-person videos that recreate daily life in Britain's industrial past. Staff and interpreters, dressed in period costumes, portray historical characters from the Black Country's history, including miners, factory workers, and shopkeepers, directly addressing the audience as though they were living in the 19th or early 20th centuries. These videos often feature humorous skits and use popular trends to engage viewers. For example, interpreters discuss life during the Industrial Revolution, providing insights into working-class life, social customs, and regional dialects. Audiences not only learn about the past, but also connect with it emotionally and culturally. Online live museum theatre uses actors to portray historical figures, guiding virtual tours, performing scenes, and presenting interpretive content. This digital museum theatre form fosters dialogical engagement with the past, enhanced by multimedia content. For example, the program In the Footsteps of Vangelis Soukas at the Museum of Greek Folk Musical Instruments highlights Roma history through the life of Soukas, a celebrated Roma musician. Via the Museotech platform, students engage with Kostis, a fictional friend of Soukas, who narrates his story, inspiring cultural pride and challenging stereotypes. Teachers noted that students connected Soukas' experiences to their own, deepening understanding and sparking interest in history. Digital museum theatre presents some significant opportunities. It enhances accessibility by breaking geographic and social barriers, amplifying marginalized voices, and fostering deeper connections with cultural narratives. This democratization of museum practices allows underrepresented groups to shape cultural storytelling, while enabling remote audiences, including people with disabilities, to explore heritage in different ways. Immersive VR experiences further enhance accessibility by creating a sense of presence, influencing enjoyment and engagement. Live interactions and feedback mechanisms in these programs provide valuable insights and enable customized dialogical engagement. While digital storytelling amplifies diverse voices, it also raises challenges related to power dynamics and representation. Designers' biases can shape narratives, risking portrayals that feel extractive rather than collaborative. Emotional connection, crucial for impactful visitor experiences, must balance relatability with critical thinking. The empathy paradox warns that excessive emotional focus on characters can obscure the broader context in which they are situated. Additionally, small institutions often face technical and financial limitations that hinder the implementation of such projects. To address these challenges, participatory design principles emphasizing partnership and transparency, inspired by participatory heritage models, can involve communities as co-creators, ensuring respectful and accurate representation of their experiences. In museum theatre, detachment techniques can balance emotional and intellectual engagement. For small museums, collaborations or cost-effective methods of audience engagement can make digital museum theatre more accessible despite financial constraints. To conclude, digital museum theatre revolutionizes audience engagement by creating immersive, emotional connections and making cultural narratives more inclusive. It amplifies marginalized voices, offering diverse perspectives on the past. However, this approach requires ethical design to avoid biases and balance emotional impact with critical thinking. Embracing participatory practices that involve communities ensures ethical storytelling. Scalable, cost-effective solutions can help smaller institutions adopt these innovations, fostering dialogue and inclusivity while building more representative narratives. Thank you for listening.